Fifth order of the day is acknowledged by ministries, departments, and agencies, MDS, standing in the name of Hon Iboro Ekanem. Honorable Iboro is now invited to move it.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to move a motion on the need to account for the funds spent on information technology by ministries, departments, and agencies, MDS. The House notes that the National Information Technology Agency, NITDA, has reported that ministries, government departments, and agencies, MDS, spent about $2 billion on information technology projects annually without commensurate results. Also note that it has been further reported that the demand for public funds to pursue IT projects has created and become a means to siphon public funds by corrupt individuals. Aware that a recent investigation carried out by the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, shows that many IT projects were riddled with poor conceptualization without clear sustainability plans, thereby leading to duplication, waste, redundancies, and conduit pipe to siphon public funds. Worried that a great of the country's financial resources is being hoarded by the benefits of the few individuals, thereby damaging the country's economy and reputation. Disturbed that if no attention is given to this matter, it may pave way for corrupt practices to increase among MDS using ICT platform as a ground for official theft, breach of trust, and misappropriations. The House also resolves to mandate the committees on public accounts and finance to investigate the matter and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move.
I'm from Bauchi State. I rise to support this motion.
Thank you, the Honorable Speaker. I remain Iboro. A disclosure from NITDA on page 20, and I read, Mr. Speaker, MDS spends $2 billion on IT projects yearly without results. The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, had said that about $2 billion is spent on information technology projects by government ministries and agencies annually, but without commensurate results. This is contained in Daily Trust of Wednesday, May 9, 2018. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I have to commend NITDA for rising up to its obligation as a regulatory agency on IT. Mr. Speaker, $2 billion is equivalent to about 750 billion naira. And it is a huge money spent by MDS annually on IT without commensurate results. Mr. Speaker, the global world and Nigeria is tending towards knowledge-based economy using ICT. Is tending towards knowledge-based government, agri, and so forth. So information technology is the bedrock of this development. When information technology and infrastructure is not properly installed or compromised, Mr. Speaker, we are heading to a serious problem, because information technology is a transmission of data and information from one place to the other. If it is compromised, Mr. Speaker, it can easily be hacked, and we may not have any result because of the huge investment on a wrong installation of this infrastructure. Whether it is a finance of the government or even electoral matters, and other matters of government. These are situations where information and data are transmitted from one place to the other. When such data is corrupt, when such data is compromised, when such data cannot be received correctly because of wrong installation and compromised IT infrastructure, then we are heading to a serious problem. After huge expenditure on this amount by MDAs. Mr. Speaker, we all know, but as a matter of refreshing our memory, I want to refer to the laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, precisely Volume 12, and in particular, Cap N156, and that is the Act establishing National Information Technology Development Agency 2007. Mr. Speaker, there are so many functions on this Act, but I want to read only two. Mr. Speaker, permit me and I read. Subsection 6 of that Act, that is the functions of the agency, and it reads, Subsection B, the agency shall provide guidelines to facilitate the establishment and maintenance of appropriate infrastructure for information technology and systems application and development in Nigeria for public and private sectors, urban, rural development, the economy, and the government. Subsection C reads, the agency shall develop guidelines for electronic governance and monitor the use of electronic data interchange and other forms of electronic communication transactions as an alternative to paper-based methods in government, commerce, education, the private and public sector, labor, and other fields, where the use of electronic communications may improve the exchange of data and information. Mr. Speaker, from this Act, it is well known that NITDA is the only agency saddled with the provisions of monitoring, regulating, and also maintaining the information technology in ministries and other MDAs. Mr. Speaker, I have said earlier that information is a transmission of data from one point to the other, which includes even financial data. It includes electoral data. It includes other data from agencies. And when this is compromised, Mr. Speaker, we are doomed. So, therefore, I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that the MDAs, because of this Act, without NITDA's guidelines and without certification from NITDA on installations and maintenance of information technology development, such MDAs should be sanctioned. And by so doing, correct things will be done, and we will achieve the correct result on the use of information technology in this country. Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, I urge you to support this motion so that we, for the first time and other times, we can do it right, and we will have more gains on when we get information technology development correct. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I urge you to support this motion.
In favor of the motion, say aye. Those against it, say nay. Ayes have it.